So in our case, we have three loads. We have force, pressure, and bearing loads. And we can see the results here of those three loads. And now, for example, we just want to see how each load separately affects our model. So we want to have one load case only with force, the second load case only with pressure, and the third load case only with bearing loads. So how can we do that? We have to create three studies here, and then we have to activate in the first one only force, in the second one only pressure, and in the third one only bearing loads. So let's go here to solid body, and let's go with right click and duplicate. And let's call this solid body 2 and OK. Now let's right click on the solid body 2 and let's duplicate this one. And let's go to solid body 3 and OK. And now we have three different study analyses. So in solid body 3, we only want to see the results of the bearing loads. So let's go to force, right click and suppress. As well, let's right click on the pressure and suppress. And now we can go here to run study, and now we can run our study. Let's click here. And now if you look here, we only got the results of the bearing loads. So we can change here to displacement. We can go to factor of safety. Now we see that we have factor of safety 14.7, the minimum factor of safety. So this is a really big one, because now our model is not so loaded. Let's go to solid body 2, and let's suppress force 1, and now let's suppress bearing loads, like this. And now if we want to see the results of the pressure only, let's run our study. And now here we have our results. Now if we look to our factor of safety, we have 17.5. And now let's go to solid body 1 and let's suppress pressure and let's suppress bearing loads, like this. And let's run this study. And this is the result of the force. Let's see the factor of safety, 3.5. And now we can compare the effect of loads on our model, and we can conclude that the force has the biggest effect on our body. But we want to see all those three results on the same screen. So as we showed in the previous lecture, let's go to compare results. And now here we have another option. We can use the current study, and we can use all studies in this configuration. So let's click this one. And now here we have solid body, we have solid body 2, and we have solid body 3. And now, for example, we want to compare factor of safety of all three cases. So let's go for solid body. Let's uncheck stress. We have factor of safety checked. This is good. Let's go to solid body 2. We have factor of safety on. And solid body 3, factor of safety on. And let's click OK. And now as you see here, we have our first case, force. Here we have our second case, pressure and bearing load. And this one is empty, just a model. And now if we compare our factor of safety, we can see that here is factor of safety 3.5, here is 14.7, and here is 17.5. And now we can see that the force is deforming our model the most. We can also exit this, and let's compare now our stresses. So let's go to compare results. Let's go to, instead of factor of safety, let's choose stress. Like this, and let's click OK. And now here we can see the minimum stress of each load. So as we see here, we have the biggest stress, and here we have really low stress, the minimum stress. So this is how you can create a different load cases in FEA. The disadvantage of this is that you have to run simulation 3 times. And this takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of memory. So this is really not an effective way to do this. That's why in FEA you can use Load Case Manager.